women's basketball, Coach Stephanie Gaitley, Mike Watts. Coach, coming off a win of your own, this must be fun to watch.
It's nice when you can sit back and realize that you got a win behind you after losing 3 straight. So, it wasn't pretty, but it's in the right column.
So, Coach, you look back at this game against Delaware State. Hannah Misery, oh my goodness, 8 threes, 30 points. What an impressive performance for her.
I just said to the staff the other day, there's a game coming where Hannah's just going to kill it. And when they played zone early, I said, Hannah, just shoot every time you're open. Like, you're wide open, just keep shooting. She said, okay. So she obviously has the green light.
Now, Coach, we talked before the game, you talked about there are 3 players on offense that you want to see shoot the basketball. It's in the post with Jamaris Davis and Sam Clark. They both got involved early, and also Hannah Misery. When you look forward to the rest of out-of-conference play, how important is it that they remain the staples of your offense?
Well, we made it really clear in the locker room after the Delaware game because Sam and G need to touch the ball almost every possession because that's going to open up the outside. We got to limit, G's turnovers. She had 8 turnovers, so we got to take care of that. But I think we have to understand that we have to establish ourselves inside. Our 2 best players are Jamiris and Sam. Our best shooter's Hannah. That's what we're looking at.
And, that is just straight talk express, Coach. And describe how that has worked with a younger team, new faces, trying to work with these girls while also kind of continuing to be very blunt about what you expect.
Well, I found with this group I have to. We're 7 games into it, and things that you think would come naturally to a basketball player, they're not. A lot of it is just it's youth, and kids being inexperienced. But we found with this team you can assume absolutely nothing. So we make sure, even today, we try to simplify everything, just go to 2 calls so that way we don't have to make them overthink. And just try to put the emphasis on defense and get a good shot in every possession.
Now, Coach, as you look forward, a few more tough out-of-conference games for you guys. You come off a 3-game losing streak and you snap it. Now when you look forward to the next couple of games leading up to the Holiday Classic, how do you keep that momentum going?
It's tough. You go to Seton Hall, who's nationally ranked, then you have Temple, who beat Florida, and then you have Princeton, who beat Duquesne by 30.
And everybody last year, pretty much, right?
And so, yeah, exactly. And they only lost 1 starter. So, they haven't lost since their Seton Hall loss. They lost to Seton Hall. So it's tough, but we made the schedule. We made it, thinking one of our other freshmen that's not playing would be here. And she's actually the missing link, in my opinion, but it is what it is. You got to deal with injuries. You got to figure it out. You just got to get better. Our goal is to win every day and get better every day.
Now, Coach, you've talked about it to me, and you've talked about it to the FUV guys, but tell people what this team has coming up in the next couple of years. Some transfers, some freshmen that you guys absolutely love.
Well, the 2 transfers we picked up, one's from UVA, Tiffany Suarez, and then one's from Wake Forest, Nicole. And both of them obviously would come in and help us right away. And then the kid, Anna Keller, we signed, a freshman. And then the freshman that's sitting now from Lafayette. She's just a 6-foot kid that it reminds me a lot of Erin Rooney. And I think with that name alone, that sums up everything.
Yeah, Coach, when you look forward to conference play, the conference has fared very, very well. And your team is sitting in the middle to the lower third of it right now with a 3-4 record. How do you think your team will stack up come that time of the year?
It's hard to say because we have so much growing up to do. We're not where we need to be, anywhere close to where we need to be. I think the best we played was Penn State, and we, in my opinion, haven't played well since. We've put together a couple of good minutes of basketball, but we're playing maybe 15 minutes of good basketball. To win in the conference, we got to play at least 30, 35 minutes of good basketball.
Now, Coach, I saw you down there watching some of the game with Dave Roach and one of your key assistants. I saw you with Ange down there. Tell me what you see as a coach watching this Fordham men's basketball team in the time that you've seen them play this year. I
feel like they're playing hungry. I feel like they're playing with a sense of urgency, a sense of passion. I love the energy I see. They're all over the place. They make things difficult with the style of play. So I think so far they're off to a great start.
And looking forward for them, A-10 play is going to be very difficult. How does a defense like the one they run translate to a higher level conference like the Atlantic 10 in your eyes?
It's really hard to say just because once you gain confidence in it, you can carry it over. But obviously the level of talent is another step up once you get to the Atlantic 10. But once you get, the big part is like anything. They've learned how to win. So learning how to win, that was the first step we had to do. Once you learn how to win, you learn how to hate to lose. So you start to adjust. I'm sure there'll be some different things will happen and I'm sure Jeff will probably scale it down a little bit based on the opponents he plays, but they're playing defense and they're distributing the ball and they're very unselfish, and I think winning always takes precedence over everything.
And Coach, when you look at Fordham, you play in the Rose Hill Gym, and the crowds this year with these double headers, does it help having people come in? I'm sure you'd much rather have them show up about 2 hours before the men's game, right?
You know, even when we won the championship, we still had to fight for people to come see us play. And there's only so much you can do. Like myself and my staff, we go out and we work the community as much as possible. I don't think anybody's going to outwork us in that area. So I feel we have a really good product. I think our kids work hard. I think we're fun to watch. So all you can do is get the word out, and you can bring them to the water. You know, we can't drink it for them.
Hey, there are banners back there that prove it with her. Now, you guys may not know, but Coach and I always had something when we were on the air. I gave you a couple minutes to shout out some people. This will be going up online later. Any chance you want to shout some people out?
Well, I will tell you, Mike, it's hard because the entire family, well, I would say almost 99% are at my sister's wedding. My nephew got married today.
You couldn't let Ange take coaching on this?
I know. So basically everybody's there, with the exception of my sister Courtney, you know. And so everybody's pretty much at that wedding right now. So it was, you know, obviously hard, but, you know, this was a priority. So I give all the well wishes to CJ and his new bride, Ashley, my sister Vicky and her husband, and Nicholas, their son. And I just love my family dearly. I'm sorry I couldn't be with them today, and I look forward to seeing them all here back on Rose Hill for Christmas.
Well, you'll be with them. You're headed to church right now. You can be there in that capacity. Coach,
absolutely.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Continued success for you.
Thanks, Mike. Always enjoy it. It's a pleasure.
That's Stephanie Gaitley, Fordham women's basketball coach. Second half coming up next after this time out on the A10 Digital Network.